Nice to see you back, guys. In this course, we are going to learn how can we create table in our database using SQL command. In the previous video, we learned how can we create database using MySQL command. After creating the database, our first task is to create the table. And we save this kind of data in our table. You can see a table on your screen and it has 3 columns: name, age and gender. And you can see the multiple records in this table. So our first job is to create a table in our database. And we need 3 things to create a table. First, our table name. We can create multiple tables in one database. And we need to take unique name for every table. And our second thing is, we need to take columns name for our table. As you can see, I have 3 columns in my table: name, age and gender. And our third thing is column data type. It's mean which kind of data I want to save in my column. As you can see, for name, we need to take string data type. And for age, we need to take numeric data type. And for gender, we need to use string data type. Before creating a table, we need to use this thing. Then we create a table using a particular command. Let's see the command. It's a SQL command and you can use it any type of SQL database. First we need to use 2 keywords: create table. Then you need to type your table name. And it's totally on you which name you want. Just one thing remember, you cannot use space for your table name. You can use camel case or underscore. Then come our round braces. Inside the round braces, you can take your column how much you want. First we need to type our column name and then we need to take column data type. And then you need to use comma. And you can create your second column. I hope you got the point how we can create table using SQL command. And now I want to talk about some basic data types. In MySQL, there are 3 main data types: string, numeric and date and time. No matter what kind of data we get, it should be related to one of these. There are lots of data types in SQL and I am going to talking about some basic data types. Let's start with string data type. These are very basic data types which is related to string data type. Our first data type is char and it has some limitation. We can use only 0 to 255 character. Then come varchar. Most of the time we use varchar and we can use character between 0 to 65,535. And our third data type is text data type. It's calculate our data by bytes. And we can use only 65,535 bytes of data. And our next data type is binary data type. It stores binary byte string. The size parameter specifies the column length in bytes and its default value is 1. Let's talk about numeric data types. Our first data type is bit data type. This data type can hold a value from 1 to 64. And our next data type is integer and it's depend on int size. And our third and most common data type is int data type. Its range is from -2147483648 to 214748367. And then come date and time data types. And it support 1000 year to 9999 year. Especially it has 5 data types: date, date time, timestamp, time and year. In date data type, we can save data year, month, date format. Then come date time data type. And our last data type format is year. And we can save year from 1901 to 2155. So these are the basic data types we used in our SQL command. There are also many data types that we do not use very often. Let's see a practical example That will clear your doubts. Hello, I am back to my Mysql workbench application. But first we need to start our XAMPP server. So I already opened my XAMPP control panel. So first I'm going to start Apache and then I'm going to start MySQL server. So first we need to create our connection. So I hover my cursor to the connection name and double click on it. It's trying to connect with server. We learned about its interface in the previous video. First of all, you have to choose the database that you want to work with. So right click on your database and click on Set as Default Schema. And now you are able to create tables in this database. And you can use another method to choose your database. Just you need to type a simple SQL command. Just type use, then type your database name, student, semicolon to end this line, and click on the flash icon to execute this code. Now your database is selected and ready to use. Now we can create table in this database. And you can see in our schema section, there is no table in our database. Now we are going to create a table. Let's type our command to create a table. Create table. SQL is not case sensitive, so we can use both type of letter, capital or small. And our table name is personal. Then we start our parenthesis. And obviously we need to use semicolon to end this line. So inside this round braces, we need to take our column's name. Our first column is ID and its data type is integer. So I type int. Then I use comma and I am going to type our second column name, which is name, and its data type is varchar. Not only that, we can fix our character limit inside the round braces. For name, I would like to give 50 character. And our next column is birth date. And our data type is date. And our next column is phone number. And its data type is varchar. And I would like to give 14 character for our phone number. And our last column is gender, which is also varchar. And for gender, I would like to give 1 character. M for male, F for female. So our command is complete. We take 5 different columns for our table. And our table name is personal. And now I am going to click the thunder icon to execute my code. And you can see in my action output section, it execute our code perfectly. Then I back to schema section and click on refresh icon. And you can see a drop down sign in table section. And if I drop down it, you can see our table, which was personal. If I select our table, you can see the column's name and their type. In the same way, if we click on the table link, you can see some options. Columns, index, foreign key. And if I click this columns link, you can see our column's name. We can create multiple tables in our database. Let's create another table named products. Our first column is product ID. So I'm going to type PID and its data type is integer. And our second column is product name and its data type is varchar. And we don't need the date of birth column. And for company, I'm going to type P company, means product company. And for product price, I'm going to type price. And its data type is integer. Let's execute the code. You can see in my output section, our commands run perfectly. And if I refresh our schema, you can see now we have 2 tables in our database. First one is personal and second one is product. Unfortunately, there is no data in our table. In the next video, I will show you how can we insert data in our table. And if you want to see the table in graphical format, just hover on your table and now you can see 3 icons. Just click on table icon. Now you will see a table structure. When we click the table icon, it's run this SQL command. Select start from student.product. There is no information in our table, so you can't see anything. In the similar way, you can see the another table. Just mouse over the table name and click table icon. And you can see our columns name, ID, names, birth date, phone, gender. So I hope you can understand how we can create tables using SQL command. So in the next video, we are going to insert data in our table using SQL command. Thanks for watching this video.
Press the bell icon and subscribe the YouTube channel Getsitement. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and share this video with your friend. I will see you guys in my next video.